Hi everybody from TechnoLost and welcome to the dedicated focus on the multimedia side of the Sony Xperia Z. First of all, I want to thank our friend at Global World Mobile for the Sony Xperia Z we have for our tests. Well, just let me remind you a few hardware specs of this Sony Xperia Z. We have the backside illuminated sensor of 13 megapixels, which is a 13 megapixel sensor with the aperture size with this f2.4. It's not that bad if you consider that it's the same aperture size that we have on the iPhone, and it's a little bit better than what we have on the Samsung S3, which is 2.6, and slightly worse than what we have on the HTC One X and One X Plus, which have the f2.0. Moreover, this is the Eximor RS sensor, which is capable of recording even HDR video. The front-facing camera is a very good 2 megapixel Eximor R sensor, so it's capable of recording 1080p video too, and even to shoot HDR picture, not video. So let's give a look to the camera interface of the Sony Xperia Z. This is what we have for the camera interface. It's called the Superior Auto mode. This is really interesting because this mode shall select automatically which is the best scene suitable for what you are actually recording on your camera. So it will apply the macro mode, the night mode, or the HDR automatically depending on what you are recording on your camera. This is really nice, and it's working. Let me tell you, it's working really well. So maybe the best thing is just to let the Superior Auto mode select the scene for you without having to manually select the scene. What can you set in this mode? We can set the flash, of course, as well as the resolution, which is just 12 megapixel 5 and VGA for the 4:3 ratio. We are 9 megapixel and 2 megapixel for the 16:9 ratio. Then we have the self timer, flash already told you. We have the smile shutter, we have the quick launch, which let us choose what action to have when we unlock the phone directly into the camera interface. We can decide to launch and capture, launch and record video, do nothing, launch only still camera, launch only video camera. And we can even select geotagging, automatically upload picture to an online service, touch capture, or to capture just pressing the button here. We have shutter sound and data storage, where to storage our pictures and video. If we change here in normal mode, we can even choose between this exposure. We can select whether to activate or not the HDR mode for pictures, of course. We can then, what else have we? Have finally the 13 megapixel resolution for the 4:3 ratio, as well as the 5 and VGA for the 4:3, and the 9 and 2 megapixel for the 16:9 ratio. We have then the smile shutter once more, quick launch, focus mode. We can select where to have multi-autofocus or single autofocus, face detection, object tracking, which is suitable for sport scene and so on. We have the exposure value once more, HDR, white balance, ISO auto, or we can of course select a value for ISO. And what else? We have the mirroring, we have image stabilizer, once more geotagging, automatic upload, touch capture, shutter sound, and data storage. We have the, not the video, I don't want to show you now the video camera. We have the burst mode, which is quite interesting because we can select even the resolution and the speed This is maybe probably the best. We have the 9 megapixel on 16:9 ratio, 9 megapixel resolution, and we in this middle mode is capable of recording up to 10 frames per second at 9 megapixel. So it's very good. Then we have the high mode, which is just 720p, and we have the low mode, which is 1080p. What else we have here? The picture effect. We have several effects here. We can choose what to activate. This is really interesting. This is called color filter. So we select the subject here, we touch it and we decide what to, sorry, this is not the one I wanted to show you. Just let me, here we have partial color. This is the one I want to show you. This filter, you select the part of the picture with the color you want to choose, and all the scene get colored with the one you choose, and only that one. So if I choose touch here, for instance, the color here is green, so just the part of the scene with the green color on it are highlighting. This is really interesting. This is of course the subject I'm focusing on. Okay, then we have here the sweep panorama, which is a classical panorama mode, nothing more. We can just select if you want to swipe on the right, left, down, on up. And we have the scene selection with many preset scenes like soft skin, soft snap, anti-motion, blur landscape, backlight correction, HDR, night portrait, night scene, handheld twilight, high sensitivity, gourmet, pet, beach, snow, party, sports, document, fireworks. So we have almost any kind of possible scene. And we have front facing camera and front video. If we do select the video camera here, we have once more few scenes here: landscape, night, beach, snow, sports, party, and soft snap. We can select whether to activate or not the HDR mode for the video, which is really interesting. And we can select, for instance, the video resolution, which is Full HD, HD, VGA, or MMS. And we even have the follow light, self timer, quick launch, focus mode, exposure value, what's more, HDR, white balance, metering, image stabilizer, geotagging. We can or not select whether to activate the audio into the video, and I will talk to you later about the audio, which is really nice. Touch capture, shutter sound, and where to storage your data. So these are all the settings possible for this very nice camera interface. Now let's see how does this device takes picture and shoot video. Let's get into the album, which is the default gallery of the Sony Xperia Z. Okay, here we have this very nice grouping mode for month, where we have all the thumbnails of the picture and the video we took. We have the last one, which is whether it is a picture or a video, doesn't matter, but it's bigger than the others. We can even perform a zoom in gesture just to have bigger thumbnails. So it's really interesting. So let's see the pictures quality here. Let's start with some macro. This is a really nice macro. So the Xperia Z is capable of recording very good macro pictures like this. Of course, if we zoom in more than 100%, we'll start seeing some noises into the picture, but this is quite normal on every digital camera. So we have here, this is a picture taken with not that much light, you see, but the details are quite high. This is really interesting because it seems like Sony is finally working on its compression algorithm for concern part of the scene where there's always the same color, like this green grass here. We have once more few artifacts, but they are not that much evident like the one we could find in the previous Sony model. So this is really interesting. What else we have here? Oops, sorry, maybe this is a night scene. Very good, very it's very well light, very well lit. Sorry, tonight I'm not able to speak. And very good details. Here is another macro. It's really incredible. Even more if you consider that there's the full gallery and the full video player for the Sony Xperia Z does implement the Sony Bravia engine too, which really add up with the color saturation and contrast to have better view of pictures and videos. This is the picture taken against direct sunlight, and this is the same picture into HDR mode. So you can see here we cannot even understand what color is the building, and here it's a little bit easier to read it. This one is another normal picture taken against direct sunlight, and this is the same HDR. As you can see, there's some difference for what concerned the part of the scene which were in the shadow, like this. You see here, we can finally see the color of the building, which is dark brown, and we couldn't even see it here. What I don't really like here is that seems like there's always gray veil on the HDR picture, which is really strange and weird. I didn't find it in others HDR picture I took with other devices, so maybe Sony should work a little bit on this to have better HDR picture. We have very low ghosting effect, so this is good. Seems like the Sony Xperia Z is quite fast in taking HDR picture. Let's keep the video for a while. This is another HDR picture. You can see it from the grass, which is a little bit greener here than here. Anyway, this picture was taken with the sun behind my shoulder, so as you can see there's not that much difference between the normal picture and the HDR one. This is a picture taken while shooting a video. This is another macro. As you can see, very good macro picture taken with this Xperia Z. Another picture taken while recording video. This is the panorama picture. Not that bad, just a little problem here with the emerging algorithm, as you can see from this person standing up, which just seems to be two persons in one. Here maybe it's even more evident. Yes, this person seems to have two profiles. But this is something that could happen in any device having the panoramic mode, as well as the ghosting effect usually happens in any device having HDR pictures. So this is not really something to blame Sony about. This is a normal picture, and this is the HDR version. As you can see, the scene is well lit here, but that's the gray veil, as I told you, so this is a pity. This one is the picture taken in very low light at night, and as you can see, it's a very good picture with so much details. It's incredible. Sony, did a very good job for what concern low light picturing with this Sony Xperia Z. So this is all what concern pictures. Let's give a look to the video. The first one is the 1080p video. You will be able to find this video as well as the others on the channel, so you can give a look to by yourself to the video quality of this Sony Xperia Z. This is a normal video 1080p. As you can see, the smoothness is not that bad at all considering it's a 1080p video. We can even give a look to its HDR counterpart here. As you can see or may notice, maybe the grass is a little bit greener and the scene has a little bit more light than what we had in the previous video, but it's not that evident because, as I told you, the light was behind my shoulder, so HDR in that case can do that much difference. And then we have the 720p video. You will find in the channel even more HDR video shot against direct sunlight, just to see how the HDR mode work in that case. Even this 720p has very good smoothness, so good job for what concern video shooting for this Sony Xperia Z. Now let me give you a few technical specs of these pictures and videos. The pictures are always between 2 megabytes and 4 megabytes, so quite good, for a 13 megapixel camera, but it would be even better if we just could choose by ourselves the compression level of the pictures. That would be really great. For what concern the video, I should admit that we have very high bitrate. The 1080p video has 17.6 megabit per second bitrate, while the 720p has 11.9 megabit per second bitrate. What is really interesting, as I quickly told you before, is the fact that the audio is great. Not only it's a stereo audio, but what is really nice is the sampling rate quality. We have 128 kilobit per second recorded at 48 kilohertz, so it's a very good quality, and you can hear it both from the speaker of the device, or even better if you use headphones. Really stunning audio for what concern video recording. So now let's get back to the video playback now, and let's get into the Sony default video player. The Sony default video player has this nice feature that does reproduce the last second of the latest video. You reproduce it with it. It has even some more nice feature, like the possibility to perform some scraping of the video title and to download the the movie picture or the movie synopsis like this. You just have to press the lookup button, okay, and choose the best result for your video. Here we go, Ghost Protocol. Now, as you can see, we have the story here, and if we get back, we have the picture of the video. Very nice indeed. Let's see how does this default player reproduce several video files. Sorry, this is the MKV file, and the situation always the same for the last Android device, we just can reproduce video, not the audio part. This is the 1080p MKV file, and here we have the 720p MKV file. Sorry guys. Okay, just video, no audio. What else? We have here the DevX video, which is the 480p, so it's quite easy, but we have audio acceleration for both audio and video, as you can see. Okay, we have then the XVAD video. This is the 1080p, no problem here at all. This is the MP4 video, which is quite easy to reproduce for any Android device nowadays, so no problem here. And okay, that's all for my test file. As you can see, it's not even able to see the Windows Media Video files. So now let's use another player, like for instance MX Player. I used to use Dice Player, but for the APQ 8064 platform, it seems it doesn't work that much great, so maybe it's better to use it. We don't have any kind of problem with MX Player for what concerns the MKV file reproduction. We have hardware acceleration, as you can see here, and we have both video and audio. Okay, this was the 720p. Here we go with the 1080p. Okay, I won't show you the default files like the DevX or the XVid, which already works on the default player, as well as these MP4. I just want to show you the Windows Media Video, which are finally recognized and playable. Although we have, it's a little bit out of sync, the audio with the video, which is even more evident if we start the 720, where there's a big skew, a big out of sync between the audio is really out of sync in respect of the video. The video is too slow here, and things got worse on the 1080p Windows Media Video. For any kind of handy resolution or Windows Media Video, we just have software acceleration, that's why. So this was the video playback. Now the only things missing is the audio playback. Let's switch the phone orientation. Here we go. So the playback is very nice. We can swipe between the songs like this. We even have very good settings here for what concerns sound enhancement, because the clear audio settings of the Sony, it's very good. It does a wonderful job in just enhancing the bass and not changing any other frequency. What else? And the video is the player is capable of find music online, other videos, search for the artist on Wikipedia, lyrics and karaoke video, and so on. The output is very good from the headphones, which is quite a high volume for any situation. And as I told you, the equalization is very good. The audio from the speaker ear is very good too. It doesn't distort anything, even at the maximum level. The only problem is that if you keep the phone this way, you just cover it, so it won't sound that loud in that way. That's the only problem. So for what concerns this dedicated focus on the multimedia side of the Sony Xperia Z, that's all. Thanks once more, thanks for watching, and bye from TechnoLost.